Guys, very, very important tip for you today. And it's simply this. You've got to know that x over 2 is a half x. The reason for this is kind of like you'll run across a lot of questions where, say, like you're dealing with x over 2 plus x. Some people don't, and it's obviously a lot easier to see that if this is half x plus an x, then what does that mean? That means you've got half x here and 1x here. Oh, that's not very good. So altogether, remember, you've got half x here, 1x here. So altogether, you've got 1.5x, which is written like 3 over 2. But it's not so obvious for everyone to see it like this. So I want you to get comfy like this. And there's loads of places where this is going to become very useful to you. So let's understand why. So let's start off with looking at half x. So that's half times x. Now, I'm hoping you guys have watched fraction tip number 1, and I'm hoping that a lot of you are screaming out, but Ravi, that's a fraction times a number. You've got to change that into a fraction. And I would say, well done, guys. Well, that's what I hope you are screaming. But yeah, so all we have to do, let's think about this. We can obviously put x as x over 1. So now this is straightforward, and you'll be learning more about, look, I'm giving you kind of even a taster into, even if like you have an x instead of a number, stick it over 1. Now look, 1 times x, x over 2. So that's really about it. How else, so let's go to something harder. So let's start with another example. Say you got 4y over 5. Can you guys see, imagine if you had 4 over 5 times y over 1. Now, y over 1 is just y. And can you see that would just become 4y over 5? And this is obviously 4 over 5 times y. So literally, you can just move anything which is here down. But hopefully you can understand why you move it down. Because it's almost like you pull that out, make that y over 1. And if you were to multiply this together, you get to that anyway. Let's go over so now let's go over like a particularly difficult example or something, or difficulter. So 3ab over 4x, say. At first glance, you don't know what that is. Well, let's think about this. Imagine if you're doing 3 over 4 times ab over x. Can you see that would become exactly the same as this? So yeah, literally, this is the same as saying 3 over 4 over ab over x. Sorry, I meant to do x there. So that's it. You should be just comfy knowing how to pull the numbers out of any sort of fraction and bring it to the front. And if you want a real simple, easy kind of way of doing it, any number at the top, which is obviously, there's always a number at the top. There's not a number, there's really a 1. Just pull that to the front, pull that number to the, pull the bottom number to the outside as well, and you'll just be left with like x over 1, which is just x. Okay, hopefully that's clear. As always, I know this can be a little bit tricky for some people, and if it is, come to me, come to your tutor. I'll teach you in person. Right, so yeah, let's move on.